You might have to hold it. People showing up?
I don't know.
Hold it. Hi everybody. It is Tuesday night, Peppi Live. I am Tatiana and I am going to be your host for tonight. The Peppi girls asked me to do live night for you tonight. So I'm here and I'm going to be showing you a 3-color ombre and a really cool color, glow in the dark. I know it was a huge hit when we posted a sneak peek in the group. And so I'm here to show you how you can turn any Peppi color into glow in the dark. All right, so I'm going to give everybody a quick second to get hopped on. Our colors tonight that I'm going to be starting with are Rosy, which is this beautiful little pink. Then Stolen Innocence, which is a little sheer pink. And then our mystery bag color, which is Hipster Chic, which I am in love with this color. It is so cool. If you love Cottontail, you're going to love Hipster Chic. I know we're going to get a ton of questions about mystery bags, so we'll cover those in a little bit later. And then the white color that I am wearing is my own color. This is called Aurora, and this is going to be our glow-in-the-dark color for tonight. At the very, very end, if you stay on, we're going to turn out all the lights and we're actually going to make it glow for you. So I've had this on for a little bit, getting it nice and ready to turn off the lights and make it glow. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The way I made Aurora, which is this really cool pearly glittery white, is actually with Dreamcatcher, a little bit of Cottontail, and the secret ingredient is a glitter glow-in-the-dark powder. I picked this up at Michael's and it works really well. It is a little coarse, so you're going to need to do a little bit of buffing to get it really smooth, but it turns out so cool and it glows in the dark. And so you're just going to and you'll just have to buff it down just a little bit. We're having a little bit of technical problems, so sorry about that in advance. But, oops, sorry, I bumped it. My fault. But yeah, so you can do this with any color. I will go ahead and post a little bit later after live. I will post the exact recipes on how I made it. I found that the darker colors needed a little bit more of the glow-in-the-dark powder, but I'll go ahead and post all that later in the group. And we're going to go ahead and get started. As you can see, my right hand is already done, so you guys can see the finished product and what we'll be starting out with. But we're going to get ready and we're going to go ahead and start on my left hand. You will see I had to teabag this one. Unfortunately, Dora and I got into a fight and it won and cracked my nail. It was not cracked all the way through. It's just a tiny little, more of a bend, but I wanted to make sure that it didn't crack or break later on. So I went ahead and put a quick little teabag on that earlier. You are going to need, for your ombre, these cute, tiny little makeup brushes. You can get them darn near anywhere that sells makeup supplies. I like to get mine at TJ Maxx or Ross because you can get a bunch of them for really cheap. So you need one for each color. And then, of course, your big brushes to brush off with. I have one for my glitter and one for my pinks, so that way that doesn't transfer. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with my thumb tonight just because I like to let the glitter powder set in for a little bit longer. And I have already buffed and filed. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit. I don't go all the way down. I go right to about where that little half moon starts on my finger. And then just right into the glow in the dark. You guys are going to love this. And like I said, you could turn any color into a glow in the dark. It's really neat. My daughter and I actually turned Hypnotic, which is a sun changer, into not only a glow in the dark sun changer, but a glow in the dark too. It's really neat. I'll have to show it off on her nails. Now with my ombre, I'm going to go all the way down, okay? just because I want to make sure I get a nice even color all the way down to the bottom. And if my hands look a little green, it's not your phones, it's not your tablets, it's not anything else. It's the fact that I was wearing a green and it looks like I may or may not have murdered a small leprechaun. It's just stuck to my skin at this point. I tried really hard to get it off earlier. If you hear giggling in the background, I have both my daughter and my really good friend are here helping me out. My daughter is on camera, so if it's shaky or wiggling, you can blame her. So as you can see, I'm just picking a little bit up and I'm just tapping it on. I rock my nail back and forth so that way I get a good coverage on both sides. And then I go right into the other. And I'm really generous on it. You'll notice each pass I do just a little bit differently. Now that's just to make sure that I'm getting the desired effect with the ombre. I like to make sure each pass changes, so I never quite know if I want more pink or if I want more of the clear. It just kind of all depends on how the powder taps on. And you don't really need a whole lot. You're just kind of tapping on. And I like to keep my finger over the thing so that way you're not dripping powder everywhere. Well, you don't waste any. We all love our Peppi. No point in wasting it. There we go. Do we have any questions? I'm sure we do. They're always pouring in.
Yeah, some people weren't there for the very beginning, so they wanted to know how you did the glow in the dark.
Ooh, the glow in the dark. What I did is I bought, and I'll put this one down right here. I bought a glow in the dark glitter from Michael's Craft Store. You can probably get it at AC Moore or Hobby Lobby or even Walmart. And I added it in different increments, and I will go ahead and post that in the group with the increments that I used, because I found each color blended differently. We made 6 colors the other night, and they all went a little bit differently.
And do you always start at the tip for ombre, or does that matter where you start?
If you're doing the dark to light, you might want to start. You might want to start at the back. I always start at the tip, just because I don't want it really thick around the back part of my nail and my cuticle bed. So I always make sure that I go really start, at the tip, and make sure that I'm not putting too much number 1 on the back either.
And where did you get your brushes?
Ooh, my brushes. So these specific ones are from TJ Maxx. I just get them in the, makeup aisle. Cheap makeup brushes is all you need. You get it at the dollar store, Walmart, Amazon, Target, anywhere that sells makeup brushes is where you can go ahead and grab these at.
And they can't see. They wanted to see what the colors were again.
I knocked them out. Sorry. So we are ombreing Rosy, Stolen Innocence, and Hipster Chic. And I'm going to go ahead and just knock it off. I'm actually saving over in the corner. You can't see, but I'm actually saving the remnants of this, because I think this would make a great accent powder later.
And they want to know, how do you get the glow in the dark to glow?
Ooh, so you can't see it, but I have a light right here. Any light will work. You can even take it outside. Just as long as it gets light, it will glow. There is no need for a special UV light. It doesn't need anything like that. It just needs regular old light. So I'm going to go on my second dip. I'm going to go all the way down right to the cuticle line and just kind of fan it out. The other thing that I do, I always wipe off my number 1 between dips. I do that so I don't transfer any of my colors back into the bottle. It does happen. I've seen a lot of you girls have that problem, and you're like, my number 1 is goopy, my number 2 has glitter in it. Well, if you're wiping it off really, really well between brushes, you don't have to worry about that. There we go. I know you've got more questions pouring in. I could see I could see you scrolling over.
They're all giving you props saying that you're doing awesome.
Oh yeah, don't mind me shaking my hands off. Oh my goodness.
Some of them are asking, they were late and they don't know how it glows.
Ooh, it glows. Oops. My head again. I'm getting cues from my daughter here. Normally we have a whole little setup here. Our giddy up did not work tonight. It glows because I added a glow in the dark powder from Michaels into it. Right, I don't know. Here we go. Hopefully that's not in my own way, but you know, hey, what's new?
They're wondering if you can also do the ombre by dipping it instead of just using the brushes.
You probably could. I'm not a fan unless I'm specifically trying to create a different design, because you're going to get a line, almost like a French in it. So to me, I was not a really big fan of dipping it in it. I'm sure you could, but I don't think you're going to get the same desired feathering effect. And that's kind of what an ombre is it's, you know, that little feather. Now I'm just going to make sure I get a little bit more of hipster chic on the back of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit more of that.
They want to know if you've ever had an issue with number 1 drying before you finish your ombre.
Yep. Yes, I have. Because I was trying to go, I was just kind of playing around, and I thought I had plenty of time. I mean, you do, but, you know, what you can do is if you lay it on a little bit thick, you know, you have a little bit more time to play. Now, the other thing you can do if you're worried about your number 1 drying before you're to the back of the ombre, is don't necessarily worry about it so much on the first pass. You know, work on it on the second one. As you can see, you know, it looks like it dried back there. I don't think I got enough on that back one, and that's okay. I mean, that's why you do 3 passes and not just 1.
Somebody asked earlier, how long does it normally stay on?
Ooh, I can get a manicure to last 3 weeks. Now, my nails grow very, very fast, so I can do, my nails grow out, so I have to change mine almost every week, but they last me forever. I mean, if it wasn't for my fight with the door, I probably would not have changed my last one. But my fight with the door kind of was a little cruel.
They want to know about Aurora. That's
Aurora. Yep, Aurora is the glow-in-the-dark color I created especially for tonight. It is absolutely beautiful, so we will get a good close-up on here. There you go. That is Aurora. Mind my brush feather that got stuck to my finger right now. But that is Aurora, and we're going to turn out the lights here as soon as I'm done, to let you guys see Aurora up close. What I mixed Aurora with was, Dreamcatcher, a little bit of Cottontail, and the glow-in-the-dark powder that I got from Michaels. And I will post the exact recipe in the group a little bit later on, so if you're worried that you missed it, have no fear. I've got you. I will go ahead and post it in there later on, so don't worry about it. If you think you've missed it, you didn't miss anything. Because there's other ways you can, there's other colors. Oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought, sorry. When you're working with darker colors, you're going to need a little bit more of the powder.
Somebody asked, can you mix it with anything?
Yeah, I mixed it with a ton of colors, actually. We mixed it with a Sun Changer, we mixed it with a not a mood changer, mood changer, and it changed. Now, the one thing it will do, and I'll give you guys a heads up about it now, the one thing that the glow-in-the-dark powder will do is it will make your color a little lighter. So if you are using, let's say, Rosie, for instance, Rosie's going to come out a little bit lighter, not as light as Stolen Innocence, but maybe about a peony or a peony color. So it will change a little bit of it. We did Hypnotic, and Hypnotic is absolutely gorgeous. I'll have to do my daughter's nails and show you guys because it is just stunning.
People are asking about, do you clean your brushes after?
Oh, yes. I clean my brushes in hot, soapy water, and by soapy, I mean dish soap. And if they are super, super dirty, which I've never really had them get super, I mean, this one might be the worst I've ever had. But I normally, I add in a little bit of vinegar to it if I need to, just to clean them out. And then I just let them air dry overnight, or if I'm in a rush and I need them or I need to put them away, I'll use the blow dryer.
Someone said, did you forget chic on your pinky? But sometimes it depends on how you ombre it, maybe.
No, I have chic on my pinky. I did it. What I did was I only used a little bit of Stolen Innocence that time around. So I change up my, there's no like specific set of you have to do them in this order every time around. To me, the way I do it is as I start to layer, I look for the effect that I'm going for. So as I start to get, and I realize that maybe I want a little bit more chic off the back, I'll do the chic, and then I'll go and do a little bit more Stolen Innocence in between.
Somebody asked, is Aurora available?
It is available for you to make on your own, but Peppi does not currently have it. That was the cool thing about this, is we wanted to challenge everybody to use your own Peppi colors and make your own glow in the dark. Because I know I would love to see what colors you ladies would turn glow in the dark. Which ones did you feel that would be great as glow in the dark? I would love to see, I want to do Candyland, or I would love to do Unicorn Tears next as a glow in the dark. I think those would be awesome. So we're almost done. If you notice, we're already on number 3. We are flying through this really fast. It does not take me long to ombre. Whoopsies, we got a little bit of...
Oh, does it always glow green? Is there a different color you could get it to?
This specific type will always glow green. The only way around that would be to get a phosphorescent color powder off of like Amazon. I saw them. They have some that are like blue or pink, and you would have to mix them with the specific colors you were wanting to accomplish. I wouldn't recommend getting a blue phosphorus and then sticking it in your Stolen Innocence. It would definitely not turn out the same color. So I'm going to go ahead and push these out so we can see what we're doing here. Move all these out to the side. I mean, because the hard part is done. Now we're just on. And as you can see, it's got a little bit of a bumpy to it, but we're going to go ahead and buff that down in just a second. And I'm covered in glitter.
They want to know if, since it's a glitter, do you have to buff more, or is it...
This one, actually, I found I buffed maybe a little bit more, but not a whole lot. It's not one that I buffed too much more than the rest of them. You'll see in just a second that I buff it just a little bit more, but not too much. Let me go ahead and move my number 1, because I've already knocked that over once tonight. Uh-oh, the kid said she flipped the camera. No, you're fine. Sorry, guys. I got the kid on camera tonight.
Sorry.
She's 10. She's trying to help out. So this is our first dip of the number 2. This is our set. This is what sets the powder to the nail. and it turns it, then you can really kind of see what's getting ready to happen. And we cleaned off really good, so we're not transferring anything. I'm loving it. All right. This is the part I normally wait a good 60 seconds maybe to just let it set. And then we're going to go ahead and file. I use a glass file. This is actually a Peppi file. They have it in the store for you to buy. And then you're going to need a buffer block. This is a new buffer block. I got it out tonight, but I actually have, because I know this question gets asked every live, when do you change out your buffer block? Yeah, I change out mine when it becomes like that and it starts getting the file in my manicure. So I change these out, but you can see, I mean, I use these down to the, I use them down to the colored part, so. All right, we've got our 60, a little less than 60. I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the sides. I normally, this one's my tip, so it's just a little bit jagged than it should have been. But I always just do a quick pass on the sides with the nail file. Now, I know some people like to go around the cuticle line. I'm normally really good about my cuticle line, so I don't have to. This is the only one that I got on the side there. Kind of rushing.
People are asking if Hipster Chick is Cottontail.
No, actually, Hipster Chick is not Cottontail. So, Hipster Chick, to me, Chic, sorry, yeah, you can tell where I am tonight. To me, Hipster Chick, Chic, wow, okay.
I say it.
She did. It's got the pink base of French Clear, meets a little bit of Dreamcatcher, but the color in this is more iridescent. It's not the silvery glitter that Cottontail has. I love Cottontail, but I think I love Hipster Chic way more. This will definitely be a color I'm going to want in several bottles. So we're going to go ahead and buff. I apologize. This is always the very loud part of the night. Now, because I did a really good pass, I don't really need to buff. I just kind of clean up the sides, bring it down a little more, just in case. Again, this is that one I did the tea bag on, so unfortunately, it's a little weirder. But I don't have to buff much. What colors do you ladies want to turn into glow in the dark?
I saw a Yacht Club.
Ooh, Yacht Club. That would be gorgeous.
Crop
That's
my top.
Ooh, great summer colors, too. If you have animals, just a heads up, the glow-in-the-dark does freak them out. It freaked my dog out the other night when I was making swatches, and we left them out, and we kept turning out the lights, and my poor pup was like, ah! So we learned that dogs and cats do not like glow-in-the-dark.
Somebody said, what do tea bags do?
Okay, so the tea bag is, I cracked a nail in the door the other day. And it didn't go all the way through, but the tea bag basically is there to strengthen that crack. So that way I do not have to worry about it cracking later from underneath. It just adds a little bit of extra strength. Some ladies use the tea bag for our tips instead of acrylics. So you have that option too. I'm going to go ahead and we are going to, I'm cleaning off my brush on my leg, so, because I don't have my wet paper towel. Normally, for this step, I would use a wet paper towel, clean off my clean off my brush, and then go ahead and dip that way. Okay, we're done with those. Let's get those out of our way.
Somebody asked, what did they miss?
What did you miss? This is the whole thing. No, I'm kidding. You didn't miss everything, I promise. We have done our beautiful ombre using Rosy Stolen Innocence, Hipster Chic, and my own personal glow-in-the-dark Aurora. And I will walk you girls through how to make Aurora or any color glow-in-the-dark in the group. It's not as easy as it sounds. I mean, it kind of is, but we'd be on live a lot longer if that were the case. So I'm trying not to keep you ladies on too long. But we are.
Somebody asked, where do you get your buffer block?
Ooh, my buffer blocks, Amazon. Peppi sells them. I buy them in bulk because I do a lot of my friends' manicures. And so I wind up needing a lot of buffer blocks. So that's what we wind up doing. You girls are going to want to hang on till after we're completely done and we turn out the lights because Peppi told me to tell you a very special thing at the end. So you guys have to wait. For those of you who are logging on and let's say you love Peppi, you love the application, you're ready to rock and roll and you don't know what to do, Peppi has a thank you 10. This goes off on all your starter kits. It is www.peppigel.com and you can get the colors that I use tonight, which are the Rosy and Stolen Innocence. Hipster Chic will be out hopefully the next few months. And in my Aurora was Dreamcatcher and Cottontail. I know that Dreamcatcher is not available. I am very sorry. I didn't realize that when I made it until today when I begged Peppi. I go, I'm out of Dreamcatcher. How can I get more? And she said, you're going to have to wait till it comes back in. So even I can't get extras. Sorry, ladies. But that was with Dreamcatcher. You can use any color of Peppi to make glow in the dark. The glitter that's in here is not, it's not too much or too overpowering, so you don't have to really worry about that. I'm confused on your timer. I have somebody running a timer so that way I don't lose my marbles. This is the glitter that I used to make Aurora. So Aurora is that glitter, and it's gorgeous. You can get it at Michael's. Make sure you use your coupon. You get 40% off. And it runs you like $1.50. So, and I got, what did we get? We got 6 1-ounce jars out of this bad boy. So you can get 6 colors easily out of that. You pulling it up so people can see? Pretty Aurora. We'll show you in the end. All right, we are going to go ahead. I'm going to move this out of our way so we can go ahead and get our number 3 on. I'm going to make sure you can see that I'm using a paper towel because I do wipe off. This is to prevent your number 3 from getting goopy. That's the last thing we want and need. So we're going to go over each, starting with my thumb. And we're just going to go ahead and put on our first coat. And I just kind of make a couple quick passes just to evenly coat it.
Somebody said, how long does it take to dry?
2 minutes. 2 minutes after the last coat of number 3, and it will be rock hard dry. And I've never had a problem with it losing luster or anything. They will be just as shiny today as they will be in 2 weeks. And I promise you, I have to leave this on for 2 weeks. I have some family stuff going on, so I will be unable to take my Peppi off. It's going to be the hardest 2 weeks of my life. Not because I don't like it, but because I own almost 80 colors. So you can imagine with owning 80 colors that I like to change mine out. Now we're going right in for our last number 2. There is no wait time. 3. Sorry. 3, 2. Yep, we're on that one tonight.
Somebody said, what happens if it gets goopy?
What happens if it gets goopy? Unfortunately, if your number 3 gets goopy, you're going to need a new one. There's no way around that. I've not found a way to fix it, unfortunately.
The brush softener?
The brush softener only works if it's because your brush is getting hard, which I've accidentally done. And I have saved before it managed to contaminate my number 3. But if it's goopy, unfortunately, there is nothing you can do but get another one. And then make sure you're wiping off. Like I said, I wipe off, I wipe off, I wipe off, especially before I put it back in. So now we're on 2 minutes, and then we will be absolutely done. My little one is going to show you all of our pretty colors one more time for you. She's trying to zoom in real close. Sorry, guys. So we have Rosie. We have Stolen Innocence. We have our brand new one, Hipster Chic. And then my own personal glow-in-the-dark creation, Aurora. And I will post in the tips and tricks group on how to create your very own, either Aurora or any glow-in-the-dark color. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my hands in front of the light, because what we're going to do is we're going to charge them. And in a few seconds, we are going to turn out the lights and we are going to let everything glow. So it's going to be really cool. While we're waiting, does anybody want to know what Peppi told me to tell you? I'm telling you, it's fun. You want to know? I'll tell you anyway. Tomorrow, you guys need to be watching your email. So make sure that you are subscribed to Peppi. It will be in your email, their newsletter, that tomorrow there is a very special announcement going out. I don't know what it is, so I can't tell you. I'm not very good at secrets. This was the hardest thing for me. I was trying to keep this from you guys. But so you're going to have to go on tomorrow and check your email. And they've got a very special secret surprise for all of us. I'm so excited. Hopefully it'll be, I'm hoping it's maybe new mystery bags or the last mystery bags being released. I would love for it to be angel wings coming out. No, not these ones. The ones before that. That would be awesome. I look colder than ice. That's another one of my big favorites. I was so happy when that one got released because I needed a second one of those. So I'm hoping that's what it will be. I don't know. What are you guys hoping? Maybe a restock? I know a lot of you are dying for Onyx, Dream Catcher. What else are we hoping back in stock?
I'm hoping for a discount code.
Ooh, maybe a discount code. Ooh. All right, we have hit our 2 minutes. My wonderful friend Rand can hit the lights, and we are going to watch it glow. This hand will probably glow more than this hand. All right, Kylie, cut them out. Hopefully we can see. Can you guys see them? They're glowing. Oh no, is it not showing?
It is.
Oh, there we go. Can you guys see? There they are.
It's just lagging.
We're having a little bit of a lag. Sorry about that. I'm looking on hers. There we go. And now we're glowing. So there you go. There's Aurora on and Aurora glowing. So I'm signing off for the night, ladies. Have a great evening. And I think Maggie will be back with you on Thursday. Have a good night.
Bye.